Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 mod preview video. In this video I'll show you my next crazy idea about a small constructible farm hut. So a very small farmhouse. And yeah, it's not yet finished, but it's working, and therefore I wanted to show it to you. And I had the idea when I was working on my upcoming map Sommerfeld, and I thought about how could you play there if you don't want to start with finished farm. I thought, maybe it would be nice to start with 0, with no farm, no tractor, no money, nothing at all. And then you could make contracts and maybe buy a little garden, and maybe you have a little bit more place behind the garden to build a little hut, and it would be so fantastic to build the hut yourself. And then I thought about those constructible houses that we have in FS25, and I didn't make a mod like that yet because I thought there is a special technique that I think doesn't work in Blender. This is the program where I build my buildings. But I had this idea. And then I thought, okay, now I go and check whether it's possible or not. And I had a closer look at the files of the existing constructible houses. And I thought, maybe it could work without this special thing from which I don't know whether it works in Blender or not. Oh, what I haven't found there. I was searching for it already 1 year ago. And yeah, then I thought, okay, I'll try it. And I only want a small, simple hut. So that should be rather fast. And I started to construct a building in Blender. And this hut here. And then I tried whether it works to make it as constructible. And it worked, yes! And here we have a closer look, and then I'll show you how we can build it. So it's very, very simple. You have to sleep on this bench, because it's too small for a bed and a bench. And could have made a bed, but that would have been hard as well because we put only wood in this. And yeah, here you have a table, and here you can prepare your food and store some things and such. And it's not yet finished. I think I will add some simple things like maybe candles to have a light in the evening and so, but it will stay very, very minimalistic. And then in later constructible buildings, we can make it more comfortable. Okay, so now let's build it. Here we have, sorry for the German version, but I think you can see what is most important here. First we can see the house, and then we can see, okay, we want that the house will be there. And when I click, the house disappears and we have the construction site. And for me it was important to make this house possible with just wood. Simple trees, wood beams, branches, and so. That you don't need to have a sawmill and all this complicated stuff, or buying a huge sawmill and so somewhere on the map, or buying the planks and so. But yeah, you maybe have some trees on your on your lot, and then you cut the trees down with your chainsaw, and then you build this house. That was my idea. And therefore we get a temporary sawmill here that we can make, or the construction site itself can make the boards and planks itself. And now that we don't need to cut a tree, I installed the power tools. So the wood, yes, and then we take some of this pine. Okay. And here we can activate it. And now the magic happens. Yeah, here it says we have 5,000 liters. And I sped it up for the testing process. So right now you only need very little wood and it's very fast. So we will be done today. Later I will use realistic amounts of wood. I already calculated all those little stumps and everything that we need. I speed it up, then we can see how it is being built. And I already calculated everything. I just have to sum it up and then say, okay, we need something like around 8 cubic meters of wood for the whole building. And it is each stage has a different amount of wood, and I can define how fast it is being built. I think it would be nice if it's here, look, the framing, it's just a little bit more than 1 month or so. That we don't, it's not a real house, it's just a hut, and therefore I think it should be rather fast. And the way how it is framed and constructed is a mixture between European style and American style, so the trusses here are more European style. And the other framing is more in the American direction. Yeah, and even the roof is made out of wood, because we only put wood inside. And when I make future constructible buildings, it will be possible to add more different types of stuff like stones and maybe fabric and wool, that we have a cozy little bed and so. But this is just wood. Very, very plain. And maybe I make an outhouse later, but this will be in an update. Now it's done. Yep, we can go inside. And maybe I'll make those posts in the inside a little bit lighter. But the posts outside should be brownish to be protected, I think. Yeah. And the roof has already got some color, that not everything looks alike color-wise. Yeah. So I will make it even nicer, and then I will test it. And I will upload it to ModHub for all platforms, obviously. And I will include it in my map Summerfield, because that's where I got this idea that I urgently need a small living hut. Yeah, and we have the sleep trigger here. and also inside, but not where the door is, like always. And here you have sleep trigger. And I thought I'll make the wardrobe trigger here, because this should be the little wardrobe that we have. Yeah, that you can put your clothes inside. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, oh, and when you like it, or if you like it, and if this mod gets a lot of downloads, then I'm planning on making sheds like that, and maybe even barns with huge sheds with walls and doors and so all kinds of stuff can be done like that. In the end, I think there are not so many limitations what you can do. Maybe we can even make animal barns or so. It's more work than a normal mod, and therefore I can't do everything like that. But it's fun, and therefore I think I will do several of those constructible buildings. Okay, when I'm ready to upload it to ModHub, I will make another video and show you all the improvements. Okay. Thank you for your support as a Ruby channel member. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code Tana. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching, and all the best till next time. Tschüss!